Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Project Zomboid on the community server that once again is free if anyone wants to play on it. Just go to the Discord server, linked in the description, and you will see under the Games tab that there is a Project Zomboid chat. And if you check the pinned messages, there's all the info to play with us, so let's just join on in. Between streams this, I walked back to my place, and I just did a little bit of woodworking. I also read, like, a ton of books that they had over at the other camp. Jetstream was saying something earlier. I think he said he got bit and infected and died or something. Apparently, their logging camp got overrun because somebody shot a gun and it brought a whole bunch of zombies. Is that what happened? If you guys need to crash at my place for a while, just go for it. I'm cool with it. All right, I'm back at my place. So, I did a bunch of woodworking. Great, that's what I want to come on to. I want to come on to a random event that brings zombies. I'm pretty close to level 5 carpentry, which I really want to get to. It's safe now? Okay. Oh, is Stolly here? Hey, Stolly. Right, so I read a bunch of books. You can see the boosts down here. Tons of skill points available. You always get way more skill points than you can use in this. I've also double boarded every ground floor window. So 4 boards on the outside, 4 on the inside. So, it takes a very long time for zombies to break through a window now. Let me just... Alright, always be safe. I almost removed the curtains, I just wanted to close them. Okay, I also made a little fire pit there, so I can sterilize water. And, I turned down the XP rate slightly. Okay. And I started to make a little bit of a wall here. Not finished that yet, obviously. There's still the zombie living on top of the shed, which I kind of love. You ever played Project Zomboid co-op? Yeah, I did a Let's Play of it, like 25 episodes of it, and we're playing it on our community server right now. Is this your house or what? Yeah, this is the house we're camping at. Yeah, and Jetstream also says infection is turned back on. All right. Oh, our cabbage rotted in our inventory while I was offline? That's annoying. I didn't know that could happen. Shit. All right. I guess I'll just drop that. Actually, I can get a compost bin, can't I? I should probably make one of those. Where is it? Lamp on a pillar. I didn't know you could make that. That's hilarious looking. Barbed fence. I wonder if that's new. Slows movement and can inflict surface wounds. Interesting. I've never done that one before. Composter. That's what I want. I just need a couple more planks. Okay, I got plenty of planks around here. Gotta see if I can get my Project Zomboid up. I'm a great doctor in this. Yeah, come on, join in. All right, compost. Yeah, we'll just make a compost bin. Yeah, I'll just make it right here for now. We can always move it later if we need to. MTB, make a hospital. I don't think we need a whole building as a hospital. Is there a dead pixel in that? There's like a red thing there. That's so weird. All right. There we go. Threw a bunch of rotten food in the compost bin. I'm guessing I can use the composter to make, is this parched all? No, it's still well-watered. Oh, I can harvest some of it, too, down here. Good. I should probably leave a little bit of it so that, I can get some seeds. Right, I'm guessing I can compost this so I can get, like, fertilizer to speed up the growth of stuff. I'm guessing that's how that works. Okay, let me just take stock of what I have again. Small metal sheets, electronic scrap. Okay, my goal right now, I should probably plant some more stuff. Let's get some carrots going. I should probably plant some more stuff, and I should probably, oh, let me get that trowel out, yeah. Plant some more stuff, and I should get my carpentry so I can start building, like, more proper walls. That'd be a good idea. All right, I don't want to dig the whole way down just because I can't properly see some of that. Now, I don't need to actually dig where these rows already are. It's just more organized this way, so it's what I'm doing. All right. And I'll grab the cooking pot. Now, this is non-sterilized water, but I do have a fire pit now, and I got a screwdriver now, so I can make a hole in a board and a sturdy stick and, like, start a fire that way. Ooh, I just watched that grow. All right, let's start sowing some seeds. Is this not open? Okay. Open that packet. Now, I actually don't know how much I need to water carrots. I don't think they're as water hungry as some other things because they're a root vegetable. Ooh, that was all the seeds. Wow, you need to use a lot of seeds to get carrots. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I need to use pretty much the whole cooking pot every time just to water one of them. Alright, won't take long to water these at least. Because it's only 4. This reminds me of Harvest Moon. It's Harvest Moon with zombies. I do really need to stream Harvest Moon. It's a Wonderful Life. Don't I? I love that game. It's on PlayStation 4 now, so I can easily play it without having to, like, go to my sister's place and get the, oh, no water left in that? That's a shame. Without having to go to my sister's place and get the GameCube and all that stuff. Alright, well, I had enough to water all the stuff, so that's what matters. Alright, are there any zombies by my place right now that I need to be concerned about? It's actually been long enough in game now that trees are starting to grow in all this land. So, might get a little bit overrun soon. It might start to look a little like a forest, but that's fine. Stream that. What, stream Harvest Moon It's a Wonderful Life? Maybe I will. I do love that game. So many seeds. Damn. Wolf must be good at... fucking god at farming. What? I don't even get your reference. Stream Harvest Moon. Yes. Project Moon Harvest Zomboid. I feel like that's if I was farming for zombies. Alright, let me harvest one of these. Seriously, why does it sound like Prince of Persia every time I harvest something? Okay, I just harvested it and I got nothing. What the fuck? Is it because my farming skill sucks? There, I've got a point in farming now. Let me try this again. I guess I just wrecked them. There we go, some fresh broccoli. Why does it look so much like cabbage? You're putting carrot seeds, wolf, and carrots in... Oh, okay. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together on that one. Alright, my guy's getting dehydrated. Let's just go drink some water from inside from back in the tap water days. I'll just grab a kettle of water. He auto-drank it, and then put it back. There we go. We have a decent little stockpile of water there. We're good. I could cook up some soup if I really needed emergency food. But I think I'm growing crops at a decent rate. Farming for zombies, do you mean Dead Rising? I barely ever played Dead Rising 1. I don't know why. Just didn't play it much. It seemed like a really cool game. It's just, I don't know. I think I was busy a lot around the time when I got it. I got it like years after the fact. I got the Wii version. Why do I have a bucket right here? What an odd place for a bucket. Well, I'm not complaining. Apparently it's sterile water, so I'll probably end up drinking from that. I don't think I could play this game simply because of the eating noises. Yeah, the eating noises are awful. I wish you could specifically turn off the eating noises. In fact, I bet you there's a mod for it. The game's got a lot of good mod support. Alright, let's keep our construction going then. How close am I to the next level? Pretty close. Alright, I can hold about 6 before I risk back pain. There we go. You know what game I've been having a mad hankering to play again recently? That's like my second favorite game of all time. And like just by a hair, almost my favorite. And my favorite is Evil Genius, by the way, and I have been thinking about replaying that. Because my old stream through of it from many, many years ago now. It was like 5 years ago. I really want to redo that playthrough. But I really want to play Deadly Premonition on the show. I love that game. So I need Carpentry 7 to make a really nice looking wall. Alright, I guess we're gonna have some shitty looking walls. It sucks, but we need a wall. Okay. First, one with a window. And I'll just put like one board on it. And the purpose of the window one is just so I can see past here if I need to. I'll put one board barricaded on it. So that nothing climbs through, but that you can still see through. There you go. So you can like look through that to be safe. Deadly Premonition sounds familiar. It's such a fun game. I love that game. I'd watch you stream Evil Genius. I love that game. Yay! We Prince of Persia again. Boom. In-game chat. I think I'm infected. Shit. Oh, that's bad. Royals expanded our farm. That's nice. I hope you're not infected. I like how easily things can go to shit in this game. It's really part of what makes it so fun, you know? Is like one little mistake. If you're reckless just one time, that could be it. I love that. That sound effect is so strange. I know, right? It's like one of the first things they put in the game, like way back in the day when the game was like really, really early and the zombies didn't even respawn yet, and the zombies were all just like bald, generic-looking zombies. I'd watch Evil Genius. Yeah, Evil Genius is such a fun game. For anyone here who doesn't know what Evil Genius is, you know the Dungeon Keeper games? Those old games? Those are really good. It was a game, Evil Genius is a game inspired by Dungeon Keeper. It's basically Dungeon Keeper, except for you're like a 60s spy thriller villain instead of, you know, like a warlock. It's so fun. Thanks for the 5 bits, Haru. I very much appreciate it. I love that it informs me of somebody sending 5 cents. There's something I find comical about that. I kind of love it. I've gotten another 2 skill points already. It's Whoa, where the hell did this guy come from? All right. Oh, we one-shot him. Empty notebook, I'll take that. I can scribble in that to become happier. Did he fall off the roof? Was he the guy who was hanging out on the roof forever? Let me try and get a different angle on this. I think he was the guy who was living on the roof of our shed. He finally fell off. This reminds me of Haven and Hearth. I don't see how this would remind you of Haven and Hearth. But I do love Haven and Hearth. I was playing it earlier today. I wonder how long this broccoli is going to last on our inventory. I should probably eat it pretty quick, you know? Alright, got all that. Let's eat another broccoli. Oops, I don't want a window one. I want a wall one. God, I'm getting a lot of experience doing these walls. This is a really quick way to get carpentry experience, apparently. Alright, I need 4 more planks total if I want to... No, I think it's 6 more total if I want to do this last one, because this last one I want to make a door. Is this 6 total? I don't remember. I actually don't have door hinges now that I think about it. Good on the infection front? That's good. Yeah, I don't think I have any door hinges on me. I'd need to get that from somewhere else. I could always just bash the door off of... Or disassemble the door is probably a better idea on the chicken coop. Because the chicken coop I don't use for anything. Or I could, like, disassemble some internal door in the house I'm not going to use. I do have a screwdriver now, so I can take apart doors. Would that be worth doing? That's a solid maybe. I don't have the carpentry for a better rain collector barrel yet. That's a shame. Right, I forgot you need a mattress for that. Log wall, wooden pillar. What is the wooden pillar for? I don't remember. Is that for making an awning? Yeah, we probably want to go out and get more nails at some point, because nails are non-renewable. Alright, if I were to build a door... Yeah, a door frame, I can build that right away. May as well. There we go. And if I want to make an actual door for it, yeah, a wooden door. 2 more planks. Door hinge is what we're lacking. 2 door hinges. I already have a doorknob in my backpack. Crap. Alright, we need 4 planks there, so I'll just move the planks there ahead of time. I guess I can leave the doorknob there as well. Sorry, gang of like 20 people just passed by my window. That was weird. Alright, let me get some more planks up there. And I should probably start boarding up the shed some more too. 2 hours isn't enough for what? You know, I think we could use a hospital. I don't think we need a hospital. I don't think we need a building specifically to walk to do medical attention. Alright. We're gonna double board the whole shed. Play it safe. And yeah, we're in a farmhouse. That's why we have a chicken coop. It's not like I built it or anything. It was here when I got here. Alright, I got 3 planks left. That's enough to finish up the outside of this window as well. Wanted to go out and explore to like try and like find some doors to disassemble, but now it's getting dark. Should I? Recklessness is a good way to die in this game. At the same time, I gotta have some action for the stream. Fuck it, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go walk out, find a nearby place, disassemble a door. Every once in a while, just looking around, making sure a zombie's not walking right behind me or something. It's gonna be a little bit of a walk. Oh, great. Now it's raining hard. Well, time to go get hypothermia. It's okay. We read a first aid book and have never practiced it before, so, you know, that'll go well. Yeah. Slightly thirsty. Dry mouth. Just, like, open your mouth and look up. I should probably cut a path through here at some point. Oh, I didn't see what chat message was there. It went away almost immediately. Not seeing any zombies. Why not disassemble a door from the building next door to our base? Ah, that's less exciting. Speed slightly reduced for being wet. That sucks. Yeah, every time we pick up an item in this game, they yell 1 like John Wick used to. In Payday 2. Probably not in the John Wick movies. I'm guessing that glitch was not in the movies. Well, the rain's lightening up a little. Well, there's one lone zombie. Man, the zombie herds have really thinned out, apparently. Alright, here's the house. Dead zombie in here? With a hunting rifle and a shitload of ammo. Was this once somebody? Well, I mean, zombies, that's how zombies work. But I mean, was this like once one of us? Well, I'm taking all the ammo and the rifle and stuff. You can hear zombies out there. Yeah, let's close the front door just in case. Lighting in here is really poor. Don't want to get snuck up on. Take some generic books. Although I think entertainment might be turned off. It seems like it is, at least. Frozen peas. They're still frozen? In this random house? That's weird. I mean, I'll take them. Saucepan, uncooked TV dinner. Don't really need a butter knife or a spoon, do I? Yeah, the power is off here. Remove the broken glass. All right, let's take apart some doors. From a zombie game, you expected more zombies. Yeah, we had a lot before. The doctor isn't. Why did I hear that in my head in the medic from StarCraft voice? This close. Oh, there's an open one there too. I just don't want anyone sneaking up on me, you know? I'm gonna take all the door hinges and doorknobs. I'm not gonna bother taking any, what's it called? I'm not gonna bother taking any, planks just because I have tons of those back home and I can easily make them. So why weigh myself down with that, you know? Why do I have so many worms in my inventory? Probably shouldn't have worms in the same thing as my food. All right, apparently... Oh, there's a door hinge, okay. All right, any more doors in here? I think all the rest of the doors lead to the outside, either in this one. Yeah, okay, we'll disassemble this. Just getting rid of all the internal doors. Kind of feels like an empty forest simulator. It's like The Forest, but without enemies, which would be really boring. All right, door hinges. Is that everything? Okay, so I got a bunch of door hinges. A doorknob, 4 door hinges. I have another doorknob back home, so that's enough to make 2 doors. That's not bad. I may as well check the other house while I'm here. There's only a few zombies in my way. Yeah, Gold Miner's Clinic. Oh, I forgot to switch my weapon to the axe. I'm an idiot. Is that the clinic down by where we did the Let's Play? I think that's where that is. Alright, anything on the bodies? No. Alright, I should be checking mailboxes too for magazines for crafting recipes. Those can be important. Well, this one has a door that got bashed down at some point. Hi! That could have been bad. There's another zombie over here. Really wish it wasn't nighttime. Nothing good. Sheet of paper, newspaper, anything to get entertainment, I will take. Newspaper. Thankfully, those entertainment things don't tend to weigh much. All right, this is clear. Remove the broken glass in case anyone needs to come through here in the future. Do those stomps waste your weapon durability? No, and that's the main reason why you want to do them. All right, that one already had its glass removed. Probably from me in the past. All right. All right, let's disassemble some more. I don't like having that completely open doorway, but not much I can do about that right now. Is great, loading in. Nice. Hope you have fun. So chat, how's everybody's day been going? Once again, Frederick Zomboid can be a little bit slow-paced at times, so talk to me. This is going to be a podcast with this in the background. Everybody let me know how your day is going. Fresh, uncooked frozen mutton chop. How is that not thawed? and rotten at this point. So weird. Didn't get any doorknob or hinges off that. How do you fuck up disassembling a door with a screwdriver so catastrophically that you don't get the door hinge or the knob? My god, I know how to take a door off of its hinges. It's not hard, you just need a screwdriver. Alright, I think I'm done with this room. Doing okay. I tried to do some grinding in Skyrim. That's about it. All right, let's walk our way home. I've been playing some Diablo 3 here and there for Season 13. Yeah, I don't know much about modern Diablo. I've heard it's a lot better than it used to be. I played it on launch way back in the day, and it sucked. I've heard it's much better than back then, but I don't know. Found myself in an unexpected conversation about hentai lore earlier, so interesting, I guess. Well, we can just put that one in the memory bank. You're a scholar of hentai and have intellectual debates about it. That can be part of your Twitter bio. Your Twitter bio is supposed to be all your bragging rights, right? So you need to put that in your Twitter bio. Hentai theologian. My day was good. I ate lunch and dinner with my mom and my grandparents, says Metalizer. Unhandy watched 2 movies. I haven't watched a movie in forever. I am the best Captain America Diablo 3 character. I hold a flail and never use it. I only throw shields. I don't think Captain America holds a flail, though. Went to work, come home, got 3 days off, now going snowboarding. I hope you enjoy the snowboarding. Let's eat another one of these broccolis. Again, I don't know how long these things are going to last. Unrefrigerated. Just want to make sure I make good use of them, you know? Funny you mentioned Captain America. I watched his first movie today. I don't know what the first Captain America movie was, but I just hope you're talking about the really old Red Brown one. Because Red Brown's the best. Although he was a terrible Captain America. There's plenty of humor in any Red Brown movie, though. Unintentional, usually. Alright. At least that wasn't a very long walk. Cold. You need to find ways to keep warm. Well, if I had like a clean sweater, I'd wear that. Modern one, Annotated map. Ooh, I'll take that, just in case. Is it a map of where I am? Yes. So a horde of them headed this way. Avoid. Love you. Medical here. Remember antibiotics bandage. This leg's not getting unfucked. Bob, I want this place fortified as hell by the time I get back. Oh, is this supposed to be like the tutorial people's map? That's a really cool touch. Because I'm pretty sure that guy's name is Bob. And I know that her leg is injured and they're a married couple. That's actually a really cool detail. Alright, wooden door. Are there not enough planks on the ground? I thought I had moved some planks over here earlier. I don't get the motif they're going for with that voiceover lady. Like, seriously, it sounds like Prince of Persia. I don't know what the hell they were going for. You're almost 1,750 hours in Hearts of Iron 4 and you're anxiously awaiting mods to update. I love Hearts of Iron 4. It's so good. I was just playing some the other day. All right, pick that doorknob back up, and I'm probably gonna stash some of this. All right, so I have a little wall here, little makeshift wall, and you can look through the window here. It's not the best protection in the world, but again, it's a little something to keep you just that little bit safer outside. Just to give you another safe-ish area to run to if you need to. Age of Empires 4 Persian campaign. That reminds me, Age of Empires 1 Definitive Edition is out now. Has anyone played it? Can anyone tell me if they did a good job? Because I've heard people enjoy it, but I haven't heard much. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh, maybe people enjoy it, but it's not amazing. I don't know, you know? I say you know too much. Alright, just put away a bunch of our supplies. So it's not weighing us down. Alright, I'll put this stuff in the freezer, even though the freezer's not turned on, just because I know that's where normally refrigerated food would be. Just, you know, keeps it organized. Why do I have 10 worms now? What the fuck am I doing that is getting me all these worms? I haven't been using my trowel anymore since the last time I had some in my inventory. Weird. It's fine? What, Age of Empires? This is fine? I don't know what that's in response to. Or in reference to? Response to? Whatever. Alright, where do I want to keep the guns? I'm thinking weapons are upstairs, so I have, especially like a gun, because that's a last resort weapon. I think I'll keep that in this drawer. I hope that doesn't bring a horde. Age of Empires Definitive Edition? Takes some a bit to get used to the updated graphics, but it's basically the same. Have they done many, like, quality of life updates? Because that was one of the big things that made me not really get into the definitive edition of AoE 2. Is I wish they did more quality of life updates. Like, I really like the definitive edition of Rise of Nations, but that's mostly because Rise of Nations was way ahead of its time in quality of life decisions and stuff like that. God, daytime comes fast. All right, let's harvest that. There we go, got another level of farming, which means I need to go read another book. So I guess I'm coming over to the lumber camp. Do you guys have, what would it be, intermediates? Do you guys have the intermediates book for farming? Because if so, I'm gonna swing by. They tweaked a lot of the old bonuses for the old civs in AoE 2 HD. Yeah, I know about that stuff. They fixed bugs. They did a lot of little stuff. But they didn't change the controls as much as I'd like. Like, they didn't have, like, queuing and stuff the way that normally these games update to. You know, queuing actions and stuff like that. There we go. I played both versions of Rise of Nations, but it's been a while. What kind of quality of life updates do you mean? Oh, no, they didn't do quality of life updates. The game itself was way ahead of its time in quality of life stuff. I mean, they did some small ones in the definitive edition, but for the most part, it's just modern, or like getting it to work on modern computers properly. Like, what is it? For instance, even back in the old version of Rise of Nations, at the end of a match, it would tell you your actions per minute and stuff, like stuff for competitive play. It would have tutorials in-game that would disable your, ability to click buttons, like with your mouse, so that you could use it to practice using the hotkeys to get better at the game. Like, this is shit that wouldn't be seen again until StarCraft II, which is like 10 years after. So it was way ahead of its time, Rise of Nations. It's such a good game. Really good RTS. Which is why I'm making those videos on it. I've been working on some guide videos on it, because no one makes guide videos on that game. And it's a damn shame because it's a really good game. I don't know why I played sound effect there. You hold shift and right click to queue actions and let go of shift on the last movement. Yeah, but like it's such a crapshoot, the queuing system in AoE 2. Like it doesn't work like any other RTS, nor does it work nearly as well, nor can you do it with as many things. For instance, you can't right click the mini-map for movements. So many annoying things. Found a Beecroft HUD for Payday 2. Wait, Beecroft has his own HUD mod now? That's awesome. Hey, Pickle Man. Hey, GGFT. Alright, we're going over to the lumber camp. We gotta go read another book. Because we just got our farming skill up. I think I saw some movement up there, so I gotta keep an eye out. Alright, I don't think it's actually following me. We gotta fill in that wall at some point. I'd do it, but it'd take up a bunch of nails. It's non-renewable, and I only have so many nails, you know. I do need to go around to houses looting them sometime, just like, you know, looting garages and stuff, hoping for some nails. A lot of zombies on the street leading to your place right now. I'll probably have to fight some of these guys. Is there a point to being decent at melee weapons? Because I notice you don't really have anything. What do you mean, like points in melee weapons? I don't have any points in it just because I haven't fought enough. But yeah, there's a point in it. It makes you much more likely to live. There's basically no point in having skill in guns. Melee weapons is basically the entire combat system of the game. Guns is absolute last resort because they're loud. And that will just draw a horde to you, and then you'll get overwhelmed. Just making sure no one's behind me. Double one-shot there. That's why the fire axe is just the best weapon. Very high durability, wide swing, good chance of just a one-shot. God fucking damn it, which I'm guessing he got bit. I believe it's on a scratch you have a 25% chance of getting infected. On a bite, it's like a 96% chance of infection. Died? That sucks. Of fever. If you died of fever, it was probably an infection. Alright, I'm at the lumber camp. Basic Rise of Nation are easy. A similar economy, but not quite the same as Total Annihilation, spiritual successor. I've never played Total Annihilation. Yeah, the basics of Rise of Nations are fairly easy to learn, but the depth of the game is really good. Like, it's really got depth to it. I'm not quite at the point of beating the highest difficulty. I'm at the part where I win about 60-70% of the time on the second highest difficulty. It depends on who I am and who my opponent is. Because if you're against an early game powerhouse, it's a lot harder. You know, like if you're someone like Rome has very few bonuses, but their bonuses are really good because being strong in early game tends to be a lot more useful than being strong in late game. Why does it look like Witch Doctor is jittering uncontrollably? We have a small library now. Oh, that's awesome. All right, the master one. Oh, that's nice. You ordered it by difficulty of book. That's really useful, actually. So I'm looking for intermediate. I've already read all those beginner ones, haven't I? Yeah, I've read all the beginner ones. Carpentry for intermediate? No. Farming, there we go. All right, I'm gonna read this one. Oh, do you guys have any sterilized water, by the way? I could use some sterilized water. Look, Mah-Dry-Bread, I changed my name color just for you because you said it was hard to read the name when it was dark blue. Thanks, I appreciate it. Lucas Super Gamer, DK. In the kitchen, thanks. I'll go have some. How did a zombie get in here? A zombie with really good gear. I'm guessing that's one of you guys that died in here then. Okay, where's the water in this place? Bottled water. There we go. All right. There we go. Took care of it. And reading a book. All right, everybody. Now I need to sit there and read a book. Otherwise, it'll be a waste of crops when I pick them. So that sucks. Total Annihilation, Supreme Commander, Forged Alliance, best strategy games ever. Oh, I fucking hate Supreme Commander, if that's the one I'm thinking of. I tried to give that game a chance so many times, and it was just never even remotely fun to me. If so, I do not at all see the comparison between Supreme Commander and Rise of Nations. Like, I don't see any similarity at all, either of them both being, both being RTSs. If I'm thinking of the correct game, that is. I'll just leave that there so everybody can see the progress on the book. 45 out of 260. Ooh, that's gonna take a while. I wish they made another Empire Earth game that wasn't shit. Because Empire Earth 3 was really bad. Empire Earth 2 was really good. Empire Earth 1 I've always heard was really good, but I never played it. It's on Good Old Games, and I think I got it on a sale, but I never got around to it. Empire Earth 3 was an awful video game. I don't think it was even made by the same people. I think they outsourced that one. Which is pretty much just a fucking... Like, it is just a recipe for disaster whenever that happens. UEF was one of Supreme Commander factions, by the way. Oh, yeah, that's definitely what I was thinking of as the game series that I tried to give it a chance 1,000 times, and it just... I didn't find it fun at all. Yeah, I see absolutely no comparison between those two games. The comparison I was making was they had a similar economy model of tick-based versus worker collecting resources. I don't even really see that comparison too much. It's pretty different in how it works. Yeah, it's tick-based, I guess, but there's a lot of depth to how it works in Rise of Nations, with the economy limits based on the resources, and fuck. I'm guessing that wasn't one of you guys shooting. I'm guessing that was the random event of a gunshot. I hope that doesn't bring a horde. Which is in trouble? Is he currently dying or something? Right. There's a lot of depth to it. In fact, the most fair comparison with Rise of Nations is that it has a lot of elements of early Civilization games, which makes sense because the lead designer of Rise of Nations was also the lead designer of Sid Meier's Civilization II, which explains why there's a lot of carryover mechanics that work surprisingly well. Like wonders. There are wonders that you can build, and they give you effects kind of like Civilization wonders in Rise of Nations. And you wouldn't think that would work in an RTS, but it works shockingly well. And it actually adds a lot of depth to strategy, because you can totally ignore the wonders, yeah. Although there is a victory type based on wonders. But knowing your team and knowing the opponent teams make wonders, like, have a lot of depth to them. Like, if Russia is involved in the fight at all, then the Statue of Liberty, the Colossus, and the Kremlin all of a sudden became vitally important. Because if you're Russia, you absolutely want to build a Statue of Liberty so that your opponent doesn't get it. Because the Statue of Liberty disables attrition damage when you go into enemy territory without supply. And Russia's whole bonus, and Russia's the main team I play, is they have really, really powerful attrition damage. So it's hard to invade Russia without a really good supply line, and their unique units for the whole first half of the game... Zombie banging on the door? Yeah. Their unique unit for the whole first half of the game are like raiding cavalry that are really good at killing supply wagons. Oh, what was I gonna say? And then if you aren't Russia, of course, you want to build that so that you can get it, so you can disable the biggest advantage of your opponents. If you're Russia, you probably want to get the Colosseum and the Kremlin as soon as you can, because those increase your attrition damage. And they already have double attrition damage. Like, if you got all the attrition upgrades, which they get for free as long as they have a tower, and you get the Kremlin, and you get the Colosseum, you can get your attrition damage up to something fucking ridiculous, like 400%. Where basically, if the opponent doesn't have a supply wagon, or if you kill off their supply wagon, they better get the fuck out of your land, because their health will be draining like crazy just being in your country. And all of a sudden, like, if you get that much attrition damage and you have a good enough air force, because by that point you'll have air units, and Russia gets bonuses to, I don't remember if it's they pay less for aircraft or they get extra oil, one of the two. But you combine that with they're going to get a good air force, they can really pick off supply wagons like crazy. And, oh my god, like, they can get really, really good at just annihilating people. Alright, I'm almost done this book. Sounds broken like Max Advance Wars 1. Oh, Russia's not broken. I wouldn't consider any team broken, although some are definitely better than others. I don't know why they're all standing in a row next to me. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't think any of the teams are broken, although some are definitely better than others. Like, Germany's really good, Russia's really good. Rome's really good, although I consider them on a bit of a lower tier. Rome's really good because the promotions they get for free are really, really good promotions. And they're unique units, although they only get unique units for like the first half of the ages of the game, which is the most important time to have them, though. Their unique units are really good heavy infantry. Alright, almost done this. I was wondering why you were just staying there. I'm staying here because I'm reading a book. I'm about to finish it. There we go. Just finished the book. Hey, CJ Walsh. Alright, let's go put away this book. Intermediates. Put that away. There we go. We can go back to our base now. And let's hope it's not just swarming out there, which I doubt it is if we're leaving the door open. Nope, it's looking pretty clear. Alright. On the way home. Let's hope I don't die on the way. What's everybody's favorite RTS? I'm curious. Xanax is my favorite unknown RTS. It's a strategy game based on the musical version of War of the Worlds. It's buggy, but had really good mechanics. What was it called? Because War of the Worlds is pretty cool. I didn't know there was an RTS based off of it. Just made this account after procrastinating for a few months. Is that royally spooky? I can barely tell because the name is dark blue, and I'm on a dark background, so it's basically invisible. Oh, they just called the game War of the Worlds. Okay. I could look into that. Is it on, like, Good Old Games or Steam or anything? Unhandy says, I don't play a lot of RTS, but RTS I remember liking the most is Rise of Nations. Yeah, Rise of Nations is a really, really good hidden gem that no one ever remembers. Even though, like, you can just buy it on Steam. I think it's like 15, 20 bucks. So good. Dawn of War is really good. Both 1 and 2. I'm more of a fan of 1. 2 is good, but I think Company of Heroes did the same thing, but better. The same company, so it makes sense. And Dawn of War 3 I've barely played, but apparently is really bad. I know they gave up on development of it quite early, which is not a good sign. There are a lot of people on Good Old Games forums asking for it. Yeah. Tactics Ogre, March of the Black Queen. I guess that is an RTS. Well, it's kind of a weird mix of an RTS and a turn-based. Like, I don't know what you would consider that. Was March of the Black Queen, was that the SNES one or the N64 one? That was the SNES one, right? I never played a ton of it. But I liked what little I played. You know what I never played a ton of, but I should have played way more of, was Ogre Battle 64. Because that game had a really fucking cool style to it. and I'd love to play that more, but for whatever reason, I just didn't play much of it. I think it's because I never owned it. I only played on emulator growing up, and it emulated really poorly for a long time. I think it emulates better now. But I bet I could, like, buy it on Virtual Console or something for something. I don't know. What I'd like to play it on is Dolphin Emulator. If I could play it on Dolphin Emulator, then I could upscale the shit out of it. Because if it was on in fact, I'm like 99% sure it was on Virtual Console for, it was on Virtual Console for the Wii, which means I can play it on the Dolphin Emulator and then upscale the shit out of it and make it look really nice. Because N64 emulation is so fucking bad that games will emulate better on the Virtual Console emulator within a Wii emulator. It's a double emulator, and that works better than just Project 64. That is how shit, that's how shit N64 emulation is. And that's including using 1.6 of, Project 64, which that was before Project 64 became crap. Because Project 64, 1.6 was their last update with the old good developer, and every update after that was really shit because it only had really incompetent programmers. That's why if you use modern versions of Project 64, tons of games that used to work don't work properly anymore. It's amazing. Like, I think it was GoldenEye 64. Like, you could play it just fine. Oh, wow, that's a lot of dudes. You could play it just fine on 1.6, and it freezes constantly on newer versions. It's amazing. I have dolphins, so I could look for it and see if it's playable. Yeah, go for it. Let me know if it's playable. Like, the biggest thing to look for is when you get into fights is the background just black, because that was a common issue with it on Project 64 back in the day. Fuck, why are there so many zombies at my farm all of a sudden? They're all banging on the door and stuff? What the fuck happened? I swear to God, if somebody came into my farm and then shot a gun, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Alright, let me... Hi! Let me just deal with this one by one, I guess. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Almost got bit. I'm good. Come on. See, this is why I'm happy I made this little wall. I can cordon things off. Okay, I can see them banging on that window. They can just climb through that window now. They're just too stupid to do it. So people on the back door. Okay, I really don't want them breaking down a door. That would be bad. I really want to take care of the people on the front door as well. Alright, chat, I'll catch up with you guys in a second. I gotta deal with this. God, it's pitch black in here. I don't want to just open that door. I'm gonna go around and do it that way. No one on that window. Not too many out front. Okay. Come on. I heard them break a thing over there. Oh, it's, my stomps were also hitting my window boards. That's annoying. Alright, I might almost have this cleared out. Alright, that board is still on that. Nice. Still hear banging on something. Okay. I was gonna say, how could a zombie get in there? Is it over here on the coop? Did they climb in the window and they're trying to bash their way out? No. I don't know what I was hearing then. It sounds like it's in here. No one's in here. Oh, there they are. How the fuck did that not notice me before? There we go. Take those earbuds because I can disassemble those for skill. Although it's not much. Okay, we're just gonna get in the house. There we go. We'll catch up on the chat a little bit. One of Mayher's abilities is tough one, good one. Instantly build a wonder as long as no one else is building. Yeah, you instantly build your first wonder. Rise of Nations, yeah. Tactics Ogre. Have you ever played Conquest of the New World? I don't think so. I don't know what that is. I found a PSP Tactics Ogre. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah, that's the SNES Tactics Ogre game. But it was also ported on PSP. That's a good game. I didn't play it as much as I played the Game Boy Advanced one, but it was a good game. It's on Good Old Games. It's a really old game. Kind of like Sid Meier's Colonization, but with grid-based combat. What game is? Oh, Conquest of the New World. Okay. I'll have to look into that one. One of the names used as a flying archer in what? In Tactics Ogre on SNES with eagle feet. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yep. You know, I Let's Played Tactics Ogre at the Game Boy Advanced one years ago. All right. Yeah, I'm safe now. Okay, I'm gonna start checking bodies. See if I can get something out of this. Looks like that person has a referee shirt on because the way the skirt's over the torso. Come on, somebody have something good. I can't believe they never broke that one single board. They mustn't have been bashing on the place long. I don't think it's missing any boards. Okay, there's still zombies out that way. They coming at me? Yeah. Fuck, my axe just broke. Oh, God. Okay, let me go get some of my repair supplies. I have a wood glue, don't I? That one's really good. Duct tape and wood glue are both really good. Yeah. There we go, and it's in pretty good condition now. Ooh, these are some fast ones too. Alright, that wasn't too bad. You know what? I'm gonna hunt down these two. Trying to find the playlist. Yeah. Best way to do it is if you just hit the search thing on my channel. Just go to the search thing on my channel and then type the name of the game, and then the description should have a link to the playlist. If you intentionally hit someone with an axe, is it an accident? I guess. I mean, if you accidentally do anything, it's an accident. So, I mean, the pun works, but it might be redundant. God, I wish it wasn't so hard to carry bodies. You ever played Heroes of Might and Magic 3? No, but I know that's the one that everybody really, really likes. Because I know there are a bunch of Heroes of Might and Magic games, and that, like, that is the only one I ever hear get praised. Which is probably not a good sign. They're fully grown, yeah. Just want to leave some of them long enough to get seeds out of it, you know? I got nothing out of that one. I guess I botched it. Okay, maintenance for blade weapons up, so I'm going to be less likely to damage my axe, which is nice. There we go. That one got me some broccoli. Prince of Persia-ing a lot this stream. I know, right? 12 skill points even after spending the ones I spent. I'm actually staying hydrated pretty well just through eating veggies. Wasn't Heroes of Might and Magic the game where everything was broken so nothing was? It wouldn't surprise me because wasn't Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and 4, weren't they developed by Russian developers? And they're in that era of everything made by Russian developers before, like, 2008 was a glitchy, broken mess. Russia had a great track record for a really long time of producing games with really fucking cool ideas that barely worked. I mean, like, look at Kanung, Legends of the North. Look at, Hammer and Sickle, great game. It doesn't even run anymore unless you use a hex editor. Like, what the fuck? I have it on disc. I'm probably the only fucker in North America with the disc set in one of these boxes back here for it. And it has that terrible fucking Stardock or whatever it's called, DRM, that was so popular in Russia. That means that if you boot the game on Windows 7 or newer, the DRM thinks your computer is just pirating it and freaks out and blue screens your computer. Like, it's awful. You need to crack the game to get it to run because the DRM doesn't work on modern versions of Windows. It's fucking dumb. The game runs. The DRM is what stops it. So my legal copy, with the discs and everything, I need to crack the game to get it to run. It's ridiculous. And you need to use a hex editor because the game won't run if you have more than 4 gigabytes of RAM. I have 32. So you need to crack that also. But it's such a fucking good game. It's such a cool spy thriller kind of game. It's, if you guys ever played Silent Storm, those games, same developer, same engine. It's the same thing, but instead of being like in an alternate reality mech future, it's, you're a commander being sent in, like, it's after World War II. Berlin is divided up by the Allied forces. You're a Soviet officer, and you're being sent as a spy to go into, British and American-controlled Germany. As a Soviet spy to figure out, like, just what the fuck is going on. I don't remember it 100%, but there are so many different ways you can go. Like, there's so many variations in the plot. There's so many variations in gameplay. There's tons of what-if scenarios. Like, different events happen differently if you do different things. You could get different people on your party. Different people might be enemies. It's so fucking cool. Like, the game reacts to every little thing you do. Like, you're trying so hard not to cause an international incident, because you can make the war break out. Like, one of the bad endings is you make the Cold War go hot, and then the final thing you do is you're commander on the battlefield, and you're fighting in the war. And, like, that can either end in you dying or you winning that battle. You could, like, frame things on the Americans. You could frame things on the Brits. Like, you could play as a spy. You could play as a soldier. It's such a fucking cool game. Like, 5 years ago, I tried reaching out to every developer of the game I could to say, like, hey, I want to be a guy who, like, I want people to remember this hidden gem. You guys made a fucking cool game. Like, I want this game to be, like, known by people. I want to make, like, a really comprehensive Let's Play where I go into every little possibility, where I really show off the depth of this game and why it's so cool, and maybe we could get it on Good Old Games or something, because Silent Storm 2, I believe, is on Steam on Good Old Games, but Hammer and Sickle isn't, even though there's a demand for it. And I was trying to, like, I was literally like, I have the boxed copy of the game. Like, nobody in North America owns this. I'm gonna get it for you right now. Because, you know, this is what you want to watch when you tuned in for the Zomboid, right? If I just go over here, the first thing staring at me when I open it, Kiss Pinball. I have some old-ass games in here. Come on, where is it? Oh, hey! Shit, Warcraft 3, I gotta play that again. That's good. StarCraft Brood War, nice. Dungeon Siege 1. Diablo 1. I got some good-ass games in here. Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. Jedi Knight Dark Forces 1. Pharaoh, check this shit out. This is rare. This is Pharaoh, which you might know from, like, Good Old Games and Steam. This game is was almost only ever sold as Pharaoh plus Cleopatra, which was the expansion. I'm one of the few guys who actually owns a limited edition boxed copy of just the original before the expansion existed. We just found it in a library one day and we're like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And we got it. And like me and my mom have been obsessed with this game ever since it came out. It's such a good city builder. I'd love to play it on the show. If you ever played Caesar 3, I think it was, like those city builder games, same company. Diablo 2. Come on, where the hell is it? Rogue Squadron, Sonic Heroes. Where the fuck is it? Come on. Age of Mythology. AoE 2. Bunch of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Is it not in this box? Come on. Oh, Desperados 2. What a glitchy game. Alright. Not in that box. Must be in another box. I've wasted enough of your time with that. Yeah, we're talking about Hammer and Sickle, a really good game that needs to get re-released on Good Old Games. But I reached it, like, I literally had the manual of the game, because I am, like, one of the only fuckers in all of North America who probably got a copy of that game because it sold so poorly. And it was such a good game. And I went through the back of the manual and I was looking up, like, every company involved, every name I could find, Googling names, finding LinkedIn pages. And, like, trying to find anywhere that I could contact, like, a PR person or any of these individuals and just say, like, this game you guys made was so fucking good and nobody appreciated this in the West. I really want to, like, show the depth of this game and hope to, like, get on Good Old Games or something, because you guys deserve it. And, like, I want your help. Like, let me know, like, are there any Easter eggs that you guys hid in this game that I can show? Because, like, no one writes about this game online. Like, I wanted to ask them, like, is there anything, like, an Easter egg I could show? Like, some of these possibilities that can happen are so fucking hidden and nobody knows what the conditions are to get them to happen. Like, could you clarify it? I never heard a response from anybody. It's so hard to get in touch with anybody involved in the making of that game. It's such a shame. Russia was so good about making really ambitious, really fucking cool games that were programmed terribly. It's what they did best. Like, guys, in a few weeks, I'm going to be showing you Kanung, Legends of the North, a 1999 Diablo-esque game. It's really fun. It was almost impossible to get working, and I explain how in the second episode of it, so you guys can get it working if you want to, and how I end up recording it, because it's the hardest to record game I've ever recorded in my entire life. But I fucking pulled it off. I'm excited about that. Can we have that one on the show? What game? Denjin. Because I picked up and showed a bunch of games. There we go. Oh, thanks for following. Hyraxus, welcome to the flock. And Nazman, welcome to the flock. You pronounce like the... What? You pronounce like the way you pronounced it, but the G isn't said separately. Shit. You kidding me? Non-stop with these random events. You pronounce it... Oh, what was it? You pronounce it the way you pronounce it, but the G isn't said separately. Kanung? Because that's what I say. I didn't say the G separately. I'm confused. I don't know. You're amazing. What am I amazing for? What did I do that was amazing? Just ramble about games and show you a bunch of jewel cases I own? Yeah, I'm guessing Kanung, like the word, is probably some Nordic language. Because, I'm guessing it's a Nordic language because the game is supposed to take place in some fictional Nordic country. Come on, I could have sworn it was in... Oh shit, no, it's right in there. Sorry, I had it tucked away in a weird spot. It's because the case looks so weird, I didn't even realize that was it. Check this out. This is rare as shit. Must have heard it wrong then. You pronounced it right? Okay. Sorry, it's a little dusty. I don't know if this will show up on the camera because it's in this case. It's like a 4-thing case. Like it's got all the discs in here. Is it 3 discs or 4? Let me check. Because it's like double-sided. 1, 2, 3 discs. 3 discs. And it looks like this. So you can full screen that if you want to. Really, really fantastic game. Made by CDV and Naval Interactive, who did some really good games, but hunted all over. Couldn't find any info online. The Hammer and Sickle site's not up anymore. It was up for a surprisingly long amount of time, but I think it's officially down now. Really good game, but again, like, it's such a shame. The only way to get this game running now is to basically pirate it. These discs still work, kind of, but you need to use a crack to get it to work, because it installs DRM that doesn't work with modern versions of Windows. And the game itself doesn't work if you have more than 4 gigabytes of RAM, so there's a certain crack that you can either use a hex editor to do, which I did, because I found a tutorial for it online. I need to reinstall it on Windows 10, actually, so there's a chance it just doesn't even work on Windows 10 anymore, which I hope that's not the case. I haven't had Windows 10 break any games yet, so let's hope. But you pretty much need to pirate this game to get it working now, which is really a shame, because you need to download a crack for it so that you don't use discs with it, because that's the only way to turn off the DRM. And then the crack also, a good crack, will include the hex editing on the launcher so that it doesn't freak out if you have too much RAM. If you have too much RAM, the game just won't boot. But with the cracked version, theoretically, I've had it work before, the cracked version will fix the hex thing so it doesn't check the RAM, so that it boots no matter how much RAM you have. You're gonna play Hammer and Sickle on the show eventually? Now that I have a way of recording literally anything, I might one day. It might be best for a Let's Play format, because it might need to be heavily edited. The thing about the game is it starts off incredibly fucking difficult. The whole game is hard, but the first hour of the game, you need to save scum the shit out of it, because you can just insta-die no matter what through bad luck. It's ridiculous. They front-loaded the game with the hardest part. It's ridiculous. I don't know why they did it. But you can die of bad luck right at the beginning of the game. Because the very first thing you do in the game is you're crossing the border into US-controlled Berlin. And if the army sees you, you die. Like, there's no way you're surviving that. There's a tank. And you're just using wire cutters. So, like, it's interesting. It's such a good game, though. If you've ever played Silent Storm 2, same game engine, same developers. I have played a tiny, tiny bit of Silent Storm 2, and I really should play more because I enjoyed what I played, and I really like Hammer and Sickle, so I probably really enjoy Silent Storm. But Hammer and Sickle 2 is Cold War Germany, which I love that historically. That's so much fun. That's so interesting to me. So, like, I'm not a big mech guy. That's not always the most interesting thing to me. So that awesome combat mechanic and everything, mixed with this historical period of the Soviet Union, like post-World War II Germany, is so fucking awesome. And, like, industrial espionage and stuff, like, it's so awesome. Anyway, that was a good episode of the Rambling About Project Zomboid podcast. Jesus. That's what you tuned in for, right? Me rambling about games that I'd love to play on the show. So what have we gone over today? I'd love to play Hammer and Sickle on the show. I'm playing Kanung on the show, which is such a fun fucking game when it works, which I think I've got it working properly. I've already recorded like 6 episodes of it, and I'm having a lot of fun. That's going to be the Monday, Wednesday, Friday slot. Not next week, not the week after, but the week after that. Because, oh, well, if you're watching this on YouTube, then next week after that, yep. Because we have 6 episodes of World of Warcraft left to upload, and then it's done. At least until Brandon comes back, but I think people are getting sick of that anyway. Anyway, I feel like I've rambled long enough. Talked about that. Talked about, what's it called? Evil Genius. I'd really like to re-stream that game because that's so good. I'm gonna start working on Pharaoh playthrough soon. Expansion includes, so Jetstream. That game is so much fun. It's really good. I highly recommend that game. It's on Good Old Games if anyone wants to go play Pharaoh. It's called Pharaoh plus Cleopatra if you're buying it online. And it works perfectly fine with new computers on Good Old Games. In fact, they upscaled the resolution, which is really nice because the old game on small monitors, you couldn't see very much. It was kind of annoying. But they fixed the resolution nowadays, so it's really good. Gonna be your first playthrough on YouTube. I hope you have fun with it. It's gonna be a hard game to Let's Play, I'll warn you now, because there's long strands of not a whole lot to do. I recommend streaming it so you can talk with the chat. That's a much better streaming game than it would be a Let's Playing game. And, yeah, I also talked about Deadly Premonition, which is my second favorite game of all time, and I'd really like to play that. I don't know what I would do with it, like maybe half Let's Play, half live stream. Maybe I would do like, I'd Let's Play some of it so I can heavily edit it, and then streams of it where I'm just like long haul doing side quests, because I want to 100% it. Because I love the game to death, but I have barely ever played the definitive edition, which is the PC edition, which is glitchy as shit. But I think I've got it working decently through some fan fixes. If you go on my channel and you search top 5 favorite video games, it's like my top 5 favorite video games. It's one of my videos I'm most proud of on my channel. I really like the Deadly Premonition section of that video. I think I did a really good job on that. And I show off a lot of their really funny glitches. Like, I recorded 3 hours of the game, and I ran into like 20 glitches, and I just show them all off because they're fucking hilarious. Like, this one whole cutscene where my main character is gonna go smoke a cigarette, and he's already got a cigarette in his mouth, so he's smoking 2 cigarettes. And then I splice that in with a clip later in the game of Sheriff George Woodman saying, like, if you need to smoke that badly, why not smoke 2 at once? Oh, God, it's so fucking funny. I love that game to death, though. That game is fantastic. It's got its problems, but it is so enjoyable. Yeah, I feel like that was a good stream, everybody. Fatima just texted me and said she's on her way home, so that was a natural time to end anyway, because I want to spend a little time with her. Then I need to mass record Crusader Kings II, because I was going to do 2 episodes yesterday, 2 today, to get all of next week's done. Don't have any of them done, because yesterday ended up being busier than I expected. So today I got to record 4 episodes of that, and then help Mari with some Geek Remix editing and all kinds of stuff. So thank you so much for showing up again. There's a playlist in the description if you want to see more of this game. There's also a link to the Twitch TV page where you can watch it live. Everybody watching live right now, we're going to go raid somebody. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.